Beautiful Inverloch. This is where the stage starts and finishes, 111 kilometres. At the sign-on, the Nero Continental team, David McKenzie, they've been aggressive this summer, expecting exactly the same once again. But Inverloch, they have a fantastic music teacher at their primary school. We were there some 15 years ago for the Jaco Herald Sun Tour, and they were out in musical spirit on that occasion as well.
You've got a better memory than me, Matthew Keenan. But look, it is a great place. Had numerous stage races, one-day races here, and of course, only fitting to see the Mitchelton Gippsland Tour. Already a couple of early attacks there we saw. Few riders trying to go off the front, and you can see this early part, Matty, quite open, fairly flat before they hit that Mount Misery.
And this is the break that formed with Nick White in amongst it. Nick White is the rider in the black and blue colours from Team Bridge Lane, one of the teammates of James Whelan and Alistair Christie-Johnson, who spoke before the stage got started and said they would be jumping around. It's exactly what they did. Across the top of the climb for the first time, it was Nick White picking up the points. In second position across the top, it was Tally Lane Welsh from the Giant Racing team. Also in the group, Oliver's Real Food Racing represented. They've got Daniel Luke in the break and Miles Stewart for the Nero Continental team. At the midway point, out to an advantage of 2 minutes and 51 seconds. That would have been making ARA Pro Racing Sunshine Coast just a little nervous.
It would have made him a little bit nervous, and we can see back in the bunch here, there's the race leader, so nestled around, smile on the face, so no real stress for him, and you can see he's got his teammates there really trying to control affairs, but it's only a 111-kilometre stage, so they wouldn't have wanted to give them too much more.
You saw the red jersey being worn for the King of the Mountains classification, Angus Lyons, who was the winner of the stage up Wollonga Hill at the Santos Festival of Cycling. He was in the break yesterday as well, in a good position in the general classification. And an indication as to how hot it was, the rider from the Nero Continental team, Miles Stewart, taking an ice pack from the side of the road in the stocking, sticking that down the back of the jersey, 32, 33 degrees in Inverloch throughout the stage.
Yeah, there was a number of riders, in fact, putting the ice down. And we just saw a shot there of James Whelan. He's potentially the danger man. This is the start of the climb once again. So these four, Matty, they worked really well together. Rotating turns, sharing that sort of work out in front. But it was right at this point here, and what a great shot from our camera there capturing it. Nick White, he decided enough was enough. The peloton was starting to close on in. He went for it, went for home.
Yeah, and Nick White, a former Australian under-23 road champion. That was in Mount Buninyong, a course that he knows well. He hails from Ballarat, but he's more noted not as a pure sprinter, but as a resilient sprinter, somebody that sprints well on a tough day. And this is a bold move, him going so early. It was Lane Walsh across the top in second position once again, but White had opened up a gap and he'd pinned the ears back and he was looking to see whether he could drive home the advantage, picking up the intermediate sprints along the way, small time bonuses. If he had the legs to hold off the peloton, potentially those time bonuses could have proved vital, but the chase was on from behind.
Yeah, the chase was on from behind, and this was actually one of his teammates here. I think at this point he may have just come back, so they were trying to sort of do the counter-attack towards the end, but it all came down to a mass sprint to the line, which is what they all expected.
And it was a quick run into the finish line in Inverloch. The Inform Team X-Make team trying to set the stage up for Brenton Jones. And Jones had been brilliant throughout the summer, working for Blake Quick. This time around, it was Jones who was getting a chance to go for the win. But for ARA Pro Racing Sunshine Coast, it's been a perfect tour of Gippsland as Cameron Scott took the victory. It was Jones in second position and Miles Stewart in third place.